Oh man, I missed this bike. I've had the Ducati Hypermotard since October. We're in March right now, so it's been a while since I got a chance to get on the 675R. One thing top of mind right here, there's a prime example. Filtering is a lot more efficient on this bike. It's more narrow, it's not as wide, the mirrors don't come out as far, and then also I can pull these mirrors in too. The throttle on this is smooth, like super smooth, like silky smooth. And I think that was one of the things that I was noticing on the Hyper in the beginning, is the Hyper, when you get on the throttle, it's a little jerky. It's almost difficult to know what to expect. It's a little unpredictable. This is my favorite bike. I don't know if you can call it favorites though as you get older, but man, there's something emotional about this bike. I think part of it is I worked so hard, struggled much of my much of my time in South Florida, and man, I saved up years. I think it was like 5 years for this bike. This is a source of pride for me. I'm proud that I made this happen. The Hyper, on the other hand, there's another source of pride there. I don't want to say that it's an upgrade, it's just a different style of bike, and I think part of it too, it's more comfortable, it's more upright. One thing I'm not proud about are these Alpine Star gloves. After a month, that Velcro came undone. The other thing about this bike is it's hot. They say the Ducatis are hot, but this is like an oven sitting in traffic. I don't know what the temperature is, so we're like a bar or two away from super hot, extreme hot. Sweat is a part of your reality here. Sweat, dehydration, it's much better when you're moving. This is not a cruising and sitting in traffic bike by any means. I think some of the things that speak to the soul of the Triumph Daytona 675R is there's no ABS, there's no gimmicky engine modes, there's no ride-by-wire, there's not extra electronics, man. It is just raw motorcycle. Cable driven throttle, it's fuel injected, which is wonderful, but what you see is what you get. So there's the Triumph Daytona 675R 2012. When I was getting the Hyper, I was kind of contemplating a little bit. I don't think I put much thought to it, but I was asking myself, I said, from a financial perspective, do I trade this in and put it towards the Hyper, or do I keep it? And the quick decision was to keep it, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. The other thing you need to consider if you keep two motorcycles is maintenance. If you let these sit, the battery dies. If you let them sit too long, the oil's not running through the engine, and I'm not a mechanic, so I can't give you all the technicalities about it, but there's a nice little BMW. So we're heading out to Daytona on Wednesday, and what motivated me to get the Triumph running again is I actually needed to do some maintenance on the Mustang. And the reason I needed to do some maintenance on the Mustang is because I need to go pick up a trailer so that we can put the Hypermotards on the back of there, and then we're going to transfer the trailer to RVE's truck. But the initial step to get the trailer is going to happen on the Mustang. And if you're wondering what the maintenance was, I needed to get some new tires. So I figured while we're doing vehicle maintenance, that would be a good time to make that happen. Oh, you know what? I think we're gonna do a little deviation in the plan here. It is spring break right now, folks. Spring break in Fort Lauderdale. Let's go see if we can check out some beautiful people. Similarities between the 675R and the Hypermotard is that they both have front and rear Öhlins suspension, fully adjustable, although they are not electronically adjustable, which that would have been nice. I also have the Brembo brakes, which the Hypermotard has, the Triumph also has. And I don't know if it's because these Brembos are a little bit older, 2012. They do not feel as grippy as the Hyper. There we go. This narrow play right here, I would not feel comfortable. I would not feel comfortable on the Hyper. Again, on the Triumph, I'm happy to navigate. What else is similar? Well, this is dissimilar. So, what's up, Slingshot? The Triumph, I have an aftermarket exhaust, and the Hyper, I'm still rocking stock. That is one thing that needs to change here. Fort Lauderdale Beach spring break madness. This is elbow room right here. Check it out. If you come down here and you're trying to have some spring break fun, that's one of the spots that you're gonna go to. You know what? Oy. Well, there's spring break happening over there and over there. That's the madness. Spring break. Would I buy this bike again? The answer to that question is yes, 100% of the time, no matter any time of the day of the week, it does not matter. This would be on my purchase list over and over and over again. We're gonna get away from the beach, do our final ride out of here. Ooh, I got neutral first time there. That is not always the case. The top speed on this is faster than the Hypermotard. I was initially thinking that the pole was faster, like the low end, but I think the Hyper actually pulls a little quicker, but this would catch up and smoke it in the end. Part of that has to do with the aero on this. Obviously you have your windscreen, so even though the Hyper can get up to 130 miles an hour, it is not a good time without some kind of windscreen. Oh, hello. What are we doing here? Dummy. Dummy. I think he's gonna go. There's a Florida driver running the red light. Red light runner. Let's go. Let's go. It's like fire coming up off of this engine. This bike does not run cool. I do not know what's going on here, but I do want to get in here. Another difference, the RPMs on this go up to 18,000. So one of the things I had to get used to when I first started riding the Hyper was realizing that I was running out of gear and didn't have as many RPMs to play with.
Yeah, 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 yeah.